Hi, I'm Midge Shoemaker, and today is day 87 of my making 100 days of YouTube videos and focusing on gratitude. So, yay for day 87. Get more and more excited as I get closer to 100. So, yay. And I'm going to start off by just saying I'm really grateful to have made it to day 87. Yay. And today is starting out a little bit better than yesterday. Still further behind on my schedule than I want to be. I am attempting as usual, to try to get into a regular schedule of things that I do. But I got home later this morning, than I wanted to. So I got up later than I wanted to, and that's just pushes everything back further than I wanted to. And I have the option to just not get some things done today and just go to work right now. But I decided that I need to stop putting things off, because the more I put things off, I think the worse that I feel. And the more I just face things and get it done, even if it takes longer or makes my day longer or a little more tired at the end of the day, whatever, I feel better about myself because I accomplished it. And then it's not weighing on me. And then I sleep better. And then I'm not as tired the next day. So today I am trying to get some things done. And I still probably spend an hour playing my games like I always do. One of these days, maybe I ought to do 100 days of not playing games on my phone. Take my electronic stuff away from myself. We'll get a lot more done, I think. If I can't do that, then I will be forced to write, or to actually sleep, or to clean, or to do other things that I am not getting done, because I won't have that little avoidance thing that I do, because I basically just do it to avoid things. Sometimes just, unwind and have a little fun, but mostly just to avoid doing other things. So anyway, but I did get some other things done this afternoon, I guess. It feels like it's my morning because I didn't get up until noon, so started my day that way because I work nights, so it's okay. But it's just weird because it doesn't coincide with, I guess, the norm of everyone else's day. But I have to remember it doesn't matter what everyone else's day is. I don't have to be on the norm. I don't have to be on the same schedule as everyone else. I just need to have a schedule that I get a little bit better at sticking to, and trying to go to work earlier, like get up earlier, go to work earlier, so that I'm not out all night. And it keeps not working. My day just keeps pushing itself back to the end of the night, and it's like, I don't know how that happened again, but it's okay, because at least I'm getting things done today, and I'm grateful that I'm getting things done, and I'm feeling better about myself. I'm feeling a little bit lighter today. And the funny thing is I was just feeling really tired, and I was dragging, and I just did not want to get out of bed today, and I was like, oh my gosh. And then I started making myself do things, and I did a little bit, and I was like, oh, I'm still so tired. I just want to go back to sleep. But then I started walking around. I started doing my laundry. I read my scriptures and meditationals. Started looking for something my daughter wanted. Can't find it. That's what I get for letting people help me move and unpack and whatever, because stuff just gets put somewhere and I have no idea. Because when I moved here, it was kind of a over the weekend sort of a thing, and people came over and helped me just box up everything, and I have no idea where it got put. And then it all got stuck in a room, and then I've had people over here helping me unpack and throwing away stuff that I don't need, and I don't even know what they threw away. So which is probably a little bit better that way, because boxes are just disappearing, and it's awesome. And I'm like, cool, boxes all disappeared. I have a living room again. This is awesome. I have a kitchen again. This is awesome. Or I have a living room and a kitchen finally since I moved in. So awesome, no matter how you want to look at it. So I'm grateful for those things. But I still don't know where some things that I know I have are. And one of them is a box of envelopes, and the other one is a fish tank, because my daughter wants a fish. We've had a fish, and she can have a fish. Not a problem. I just can't find the fish tank or the fish food or anything that has to do with the fish. I have it all somewhere, or I had it all somewhere, unless it got thrown away when I moved, or it got thrown away when people were helping me unpack, or it's still buried in a box in a room full of boxes of stuff that I haven't got to yet. So I don't know. Probably going to end up buying a new one because I can't find it. But you know what? It's okay. And I'm grateful that it's okay. I'm not going to spend my entire day. I don't have the time today. I have too many other things to do to go through all of my stuff. It needs to be gone through, but there's way too much to go through all in one day anyway. And I probably won't do it all by myself. So that's something for another day, baby steps. And if I do find it, yay, I have another fish tank. And if I don't find it, then, I bought a new one. It's no big deal. I haven't bought a new one yet, but I can. Uh, I'm just, I'm grateful that something like that is really easily replaceable, that I don't have to beat myself up, that I don't have to get angry or upset because I can't find a fish tank. It's a fish tank. Who cares? It's a fish tank, right? I know it's something silly, but I think at some point in my life when I couldn't find things, well, oftentimes in my life when I can't find things and I'm searching everywhere, I just get angry, irritated, and I start thinking in my head, who had that last? Who did this last? And start blaming other people. And then when I do find it, it's usually myself that lost it or knocked it off, or it ended up wherever it ended up because of something I did, not because of something someone else did. And then I feel bad. Although technically, I mean, I feel bad, but not that bad, because I would say 99 out of 100 times I don't actually tell the other person that I'm blaming them. I just get mad at them in my head and assume that it's them. And then I find what I'm looking for and I'm like, oh, it wasn't them. Never mind. So anyway, that it's just, on me that I need to not blame other people. So in this case, I mean, I asked some other people that were helping me if they saw it. If they saw it, they saw it. If they didn't, they didn't. It's no big deal. I'm not, because I don't know if they saw it or not. I don't know where it is. I don't know if they, yeah, I don't know anything. That's okay. I usually don't know anything, and it's probably better that way. I know ignorance isn't always bliss, but neither is playing the blaming game. Getting angry doesn't solve anything. It doesn't magically make a fish tank appear. Um, and it's not worth it. It's something that's easily replaceable. And most of the things that I lose can be easily replaced. And then if they eventually get found, I'm like, oh, look, I have two, or I have a nicer one I can give, or I can give one away and to someone else that needs it. And that's okay too. So, and maybe I did that. Maybe I gave the fish tank away to somebody else. I don't remember. That's the problem. It's been like over a year since my fish died, and I haven't replaced the fish, and I haven't replaced the fish stuff. So I don't know. It may have just been in a bag or something, and someone thought that it was trash and just threw it away for me. Only it wasn't trash. So I don't know. That's the problem. I don't know. And I didn't pay attention to what people were doing when they were packing stuff and unpacking stuff, and that's on me. But I'm like, there's too much stuff, and I'm so disorganized that I have no room to talk. So when I get help, I'm grateful for the help, and I'm grateful that I can be grateful. I'm grateful that I don't have to. It sounds like I'm making a big deal, but I'm trying to say I'm not making a big deal. I'm grateful I'm not stressing about it. I'm grateful that I'm just like, okay, I'm not going to spend my entire day looking for something that I have no idea where it is. I'm like, I looked at a couple of places I thought it might be, and I can't find it. So I may or may not have it at this point. I don't know. It doesn't matter. It's all replaceable, which is really nice for me to look at it that way. And I guess it's my elongated way of saying that my thought process is changing again, which is cool, to see that I'm not letting something like that bother me for the whole rest of the day. I don't have to hold on to things. I don't have to get angry at people because stuff got misplaced, lost, broken, whatever. It is what it is, and I can't change it. So, but I can, remedy it. I can go to the store and buy a new fish tank. No big deal. It's not a big deal. So I'm grateful for that. I am grateful that I can see a different way of dealing with things or handling things instead of just getting angry, blaming people in my head, or spending my whole day griping and complaining, or whatever it is. I don't have to let this ruin my day. And it's so amazing to me how many things, little things like that I have let ruin entire days, weeks, months of my life, because I always focused on the negative. I focused on what I didn't have, what I couldn't find, what I couldn't see. And then, days, weeks later, whatever, I find things like my glasses. At one point, I have multiple pairs of glasses, and I hadn't gotten rid of an old prescription when I got a new prescription, which I'm grateful for. Very grateful I didn't do that. And then I lost my regular pair of glasses, and I could not find them for months. Honestly, like the new prescription I could not find for months. So I was stuck wearing the old prescription, but I was grateful I had the old prescription so I could still wear them. And they're not that much off, so I could still see with them. Just I'm nearsighted, so things a little bit further away were a little bit more blurry than I would have liked, but I could still see. It wasn't that big of a deal. But I assumed that it was someone else that had been in my house because they were playing around with my glasses at the time, but it wasn't. It was something that had just fallen behind something in my room, and I thought I'd looked there. But the problem with looking for glasses when you can't see without your glasses is it's really hard to find them. And even though mine have pretty colors, designs, whatever things to them, um, I couldn't see them. I couldn't see them. They just disappear when they're too far away because I have really bad vision. So, um, so it's just kind of like, okay, I can't see them. So, I didn't find them for months. And then I was looking for something else and I had my other glasses on and then they just were there. And I was like, man, I've been looking for these for months. I couldn't find them. And they had just fallen behind the thing that I thought they'd fallen behind in my room. And I was like, I thought they fell behind here and I couldn't find them. So I assumed it was someone else or something else. And then I was like, oh, I'm glad I didn't ask the other people or bug them about it because clearly it wasn't their fault. It was mine. So, I mean, this is not the first time that I've been upset or blamed or assumed someone else did something and it was my fault, or the first time that I've lost something. But it's always been okay because, like I said, I had the old prescription that worked just fine for me until I found these ones, and I still have the old ones. I haven't figured out what to do with, but they may come in handy someday, until I can afford to get some new glasses or some new contacts. So, and I was kind of thinking not telling people when I'm doing these videos that I wear glasses, but it kind of just made for a good example of my story point for today. And I like not wearing my glasses during the videos because it makes my face just a little bit blurry. So it's easier to watch myself make videos because I can't actually see myself. I mean, I kind of can. I'm not 100% blurry, but a little bit. So I'm grateful for that because it does make it easier for me to be comfortable enough to make these videos. So I'm grateful for that too. And I do like how my face looks without my glasses. I just don't have my contacts right now. So, but I'm grateful for that too. And I'm grateful that I can see lessons learned and, being frustrated and upset and not finding glasses for months and then they randomly show up, which is why I'm like, oh, I can't find my fish tank. It will probably randomly show up in a couple of months or a couple of weeks as I start going through stuff because I think I have people coming back to help me. I hope they're coming back to help me finish going through the rest of my stuff, which is a nightmare. But my fish tank will probably show up when that happens. So anyway, I am grateful that I don't have to be frustrated at other people. I'm grateful it doesn't have to ruin my whole day. I'm grateful I don't have to be moaning and griping and whatever it is. And I'm grateful that's not my first thought. My first thought was like, okay, I can't find it. I don't know where it could be. I will just ask the people that were helping me if they came across it. And if they did, great, they can tell me where it's at. And if not, that's okay. I'll just buy another one. And it was that easy. Like, my life is never that easy. I will spend hours hunting for something that I can't find or get distracted and focused on just that one thing and forget everything else that needs to be done. So this to me is just amazing that I am not spending my whole day doing that. So yay for progress for me. I'm happy about that. And I'm also, I was praying yesterday and today to just be more willing to be ready, to be prepared, to be willing to do whatever it is that God wants me to do or to work on my talents or my other things. Because I just keep feeling like I'm putting stuff off and I want to do it. I talk about doing it. I think about doing it. And then I put it on my to-do list for the day. And then I just don't do it. Like writing my journal for the past week or even working on my book for the past month. I haven't worked on anything because I'm like, oh, I'm just waiting for beta readers to get back to me. So I'm like, yeah, but I have so many other books to work on and I could go back through and make some revisions while I'm waiting for beta readers. So it's that much less work later. Or I could work on marketing or thumbnails for my YouTube videos. I have so many things I could be working on. And I'm just like, I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting. I don't know what I'm waiting for. Waiting to be ready, waiting for that moment where I just wake up and I'm like, okay, I got to work on this today. I got to do this today. I got to do this today. And And then even when I have days like that, I still put it off by playing my games or some other thing. And I know I don't do things until I'm ready, and that trying to force myself to do things doesn't work, which is sometimes frustrating because I want to do things sooner sometimes, or I just get discouraged because I'm not doing what I want to be doing or what I think that I need to be doing. And then I give up and I don't keep trying. Or I put it aside for a while because if it's things like my writing that I like, I come back to it. I keep coming back to it. I just get discouraged. I give up temporarily. And then after a while, I'm like, okay, I need to do it again. And I start all over. So I don't give up permanently, which I guess is a good quality for myself. But I think I'm learning through this process that I do things when I'm ready and that there is a timing. There is God's timing. That's not my timing. And it will happen and it will work. And yes, I have to work through my issues. And yes, I have to work through my tired and my other things. And then when I actually do things, I feel good and I feel better. So I need to remember that when I'm struggling. And I'm really looking forward to meeting with my friend tomorrow to finish my little motivational board because I'm so excited to see what that looks like. I don't know if I'll finish it tomorrow or not, but I'm hoping. And if I do finish it, then I want to show everybody because it'll be so cool. I have no idea how I'm going to do that with this video, but I'm going to try. Anyway, I get excited about little things, and I'm grateful I can be excited about little things. I'm grateful for the reminders to myself that it takes me longer to do things than I think that it will. And just because it's taking longer for me to accomplish my goals or to get to where I want to be doesn't mean that I can't accomplish them or that I won't reach the goal ultimately. I mean, ultimately, I will get a book published. It just isn't going to happen as quickly as I wanted it to. And that's okay. Maybe there's other things that I need to learn along the way, along the process. And that's maybe a good thing. And maybe there's a timing for everything. And it will work out perfectly when it's supposed to and not before that. So I just need to be patient and understanding and let things work in God's timing and stop trying to force things to fit into mine because mine don't. And then I stress and I get frustrated and I get anxious and nervous and I panic and I have panic attacks and it's not a pretty picture. And then I'm just like freaking out all the time. And I need to relax and stop freaking out. I need to start letting go and working through some of these issues, which is why I need to journal to just get the stuff out of my system. But today's a good start. Anyway, I know I'm several hours behind where I wanted to be. Well, maybe more like 2 or 3 hours behind where I wanted to be. Probably by the time I go to work, it'll be closer to 4 hours behind where I wanted to be. But I'm getting things done, including my video before work today. So yay for that. And getting some laundry done so I'll have some clean clothes. So yay for that. And did some stuff for my other side business that I want to try to get going. So yay for that. And just learning new things and just not letting little things get the better of me today. So yay. I am very grateful for that. And apparently I have a lot more things to be grateful for and to talk about today than yesterday, because yesterday was like probably the shortest video I've ever done. It was less than 5 minutes. But I'm grateful I still made the video because then I get to count it for my 100 days. I never put a time frame as to how long I would talk on any of these anyway, so it doesn't really matter. It was just random that I was like, yay, I only talked for like 5 minutes, less than 5 minutes. Cool. My videos are usually not that short. Which, I mean, really, if I just sat here and did a gratitude list of like I'm grateful for 6 or 7 things or whatever it is, then that's it. That would be all I would be doing is getting on and saying, I'm grateful for this, done. I'm grateful for this, done. But I always have a story or something that I've learned, and it's different. Like every single day is different. I know there's some things that I've probably repeated, like themes throughout my life or patterns that I do in my life, in my videos. If I were to go back through and watch them, I'm sure I could pick them out. But there's still something different, something new for me to learn, something new for me to be grateful for every single day. It's not rote, it's not mundane, it's not boring, which, I thought maybe it would be. And I've had like, oh, I'm just grateful for, and I just say the same things over and over again, and it doesn't have any meaning. But doing these videos and focusing specifically on things that I'm grateful for is changing my attitude. It's helped me to see God's hand in my life. It's helped me to see myself more clearly. It's helped me to have a lot more compassion towards myself. It's helped me to see that I can follow through on goals. It's helped me to realize that some things just take longer than I think that they will. But it's doable. It's helped me to recognize that I do have my little up and down roller coaster emotional things where I have several good days and then I have like a few bad days where I just can't seem to function. But I can work through them and things get better and they don't have to take over my entire day or my entire week, my entire month. And I don't have to stop doing what I'm doing. Or just because I missed a day or two of something doesn't mean I can't start over and I can't continue. I can't pick up where I left off because I can. I can pick up where I left off. I can start over. I can continue. I can get better. I am a work in progress. I am not perfect. I will never be perfect in this life. I do not have to be perfect. I just have to continue to try, to continue to improve, to work towards my goals. And the more I do, the closer I get, the better I feel, the more excited I get, the more nervous I get too. A little nervous about what happens at the end of 100 days. I don't think anything happens at the end of 100 days other than I actually can say I did 100 days of YouTube videos talking about gratitude. And it means that I know I could do it again on any other subject like writing or self-care or finances or exercising, eating healthy, any other subject that I need to work on to improve. And then I have to focus on that area in my life, and then that part of my life will improve. And I think it's great that I started with gratitude because it's improving my attitude. And by improving my attitude, it increases my willingness to do things and I get more things accomplished. And I think I've gotten more things accomplished, especially in asking for help and getting stuff in my house organized. And I feel like I've got more done in the last 100 days than I have in a very long time. And even though maybe it's not everything that I wanted to accomplish or everything I thought that I was going to do, I've I've still been learning quite a lot of things, and I still have 13 days to go. So I don't know how much more I will learn in the next 13 days, but honestly, the fact that I have something different and something I've learned almost every single day is just, it's amazing to me, and I'm grateful for that. And I know they're just tiny little things, but those tiny little things make a huge difference. And the tiny little things, can make a huge difference, positive or negative. And it's just a matter of my perspective and how I choose to respond to it. So I'm grateful that today I'm choosing a positive response to things and that I'm just letting things work out the way they're going to work out and trying not to stress about it, and not thrilled that I will be up all night because I need to be up early tomorrow. But it's okay. That's just how my day is working out. And I'm sure that God will make things work the way that it's supposed to. So I'm grateful for that too. And I'm grateful for the people that are watching these videos. And if you hit like, subscribe. If you think it'll help someone else, please feel free to share. And I hope you have a day full of gratitude.